Cannabis has been around for thousands of years. It was used by people from different parts of the world for a lot of different reasons. In some ancient societies in continents like Asia and Africa, cannabis was used to help people relax or relieve stress. Some people used it to relieve boredom and fatigue, some used it as medicine, while others used it as a spiritual aid. But what about today? What about in Canada? How common is cannabis use, and why do people use it? Well, turns out cannabis use isn't all that common. According to a recent national survey, about 15% of Canadians aged 15 and older use cannabis one or more times in the past year. Even though most Canadians don't partake in cannabis use all that much, in comparison, those who do consume cannabis use it for many of the same reasons as people did back in the day. They may appreciate the way it helps them relax, relieve pain, and experience the world in a different way. When it comes to young people, statistics show that cannabis use is more common among youth than the general population. Even so, the vast majority of Canadian youth don't use cannabis, and those who do use cannabis don't use it very often. Fewer than 1 in 5 aged 15 to 19 use cannabis one or more times in the last year. And similarly, 1/3 of 20 to 24-year-olds use cannabis one or more times in the last year. 20% used cannabis in the last month, and only 4% used it daily. So what's in it for young people? Well, the short answer is fun. A study of thousands of students in British Columbia revealed that the number one reason young people use cannabis is to experiment. They want to know what it feels like. The second most common reason is to enjoy themselves with friends. Some young people use cannabis for other reasons to deal with stress, sadness, or boredom. A few feel pressured by people around them, and a few feel cannabis reduces the physical pain or problems, or helps them focus. So while the main reason young people use cannabis is for adventure and fun, there are therapeutic effects and a social element to it. And this relationship with cannabis with folks can change over time through experience, individuals' interests, and we'll be discussing more about this in detail in some of our other modules.